ba, ba, ba.
Happy May the 4th!
Wait, I think we're running an ad now.
May the 4th be with you. It's fine. It comes afterward.
Nice.
Oh, I knew that.
Learning Twitch with everybody else.
The more you know.
Right, this was my contribution, my Mace Windu thing, which is David's Mace Windu thing. I'm going to put it away now.
We're in full Star Wars gear today.
Crashing through the magnetic veil. Lost this force in attack position.
Warn Michael!
I just wanted to show off my other Star Wars shirt that I have underneath this one.
We got a Star Wars shirt, Star Wars shirt, Star Wars shirt, and an X-Wing. Andrew?
I do have a Star Wars shirt.
Star Wars shirt. I have
You'll take my word
David's
for
Mace
it.
Windu thing.
Jedi.
Star Wars shirt.
Homemade Jedi robe.
And then Matt's apparently dressed like a hobo. So,
Jedi.
Wait, where's the mask?
It's the same
hobo.
difference.
Yeah, it's the
Same
same
difference.
thing.
David, get the mask.
Oh god.
Yeah, let's bust it out.
The mask hurts the eyes.
You asked for this.
Look at this. Look at this. The eyes are perfectly cut for the eyes, so it just hurts. You can barely open your eyes completely.
Close to the camera with that.
I wonder if Liam Neeson is saddened by this.
Yes. He cries every time. What do you... Oh, God.
No. We're also
If Liam Neeson is saddened by this, yeah, I'd be saddened.
we're also
by
playing
this.
some Star Wars. What are we playing, Andrew?
Star Wars Republic Commando.
Star Wars Republic Commando.
An oldie but a goodie.
I actually just picked this game up on Steam
And
when it was on sale at Christmas.
Yeah. Have you played through it yet?
No, I haven't played
It's
through
a
it.
great game.
You gotta download
one of
the
my
mods.
one of my best friends from elementary school and high school, like one of my best friends forever. It was his favorite game.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is not a huge gamer. He played this game, I swear to God, probably 100 times.
Yeah, there's a weird thing with Star Wars.
I'm finally gonna play it, Liam. Don't worry.
With Star Wars fans, there's gamers, there's Star Wars fans, there's gamers that like Star Wars games, there's Star Wars fans who like Star Wars games, but only Star Wars games. So they're not that's all they play is just Star Wars games. That's like a group of people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like part of that. Like I've played so many Star Wars games. I was like my favorite genre of game is Star Wars games.
I honestly haven't played that many.
It's
Star
like I
Wars
tried
I
so
barely
hard to
played
get into
any.
the Old Republic, just because it was a Star Wars game, and I would constantly be disappointed. But then I'd always like, you know what? I want to play it. It's Star Wars. It's fun. It's cool. It's good. Okay. That lasted for a little bit.
Yeah.
The Old Republic, until I realized it's just an MMO skin.
It's just another MMO. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I played it for a while because I enjoyed the MMO
So
genre, and it did some things differently. But
like the story was definitely awesome in it.
oh yeah, for sure.
But
So let's just do a quick run around the room as far as like Star Wars fandom, since this is our Star Wars themed one for May the 4th. In case you weren't clear on why it's a Star Wars themed one. Andrew, we'll start with you. So in terms of Star Wars stuff, where are you at? Have you consumed all of it that is to be consumed?
I've consumed all the movies, obviously. All of the Clone Wars animated stuff, except for the 2D animated stuff. I haven't seen that stuff yet. And most of Star Wars Rebels, a lot of games, a lot of books.
Okay, so you're pretty good. Where would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like an 8.
An 8? All right.
Yeah.
David.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I've seen all the movies. I've watched, I watched the Clone Wars. I'm watching Rebels.
Watching Rebels?
Watching Rebels.
Come on.
Bring it up a bit, just because there's the one like between.
Watching Rebels.
Okay.
With an ING at the end. I played some games. I have, like, a lot of Star Wars Lego.
I can tell.
Well, this I built myself, but anyways. I don't know. Like, I haven't... Also, I play Star Wars D&D, so I think that really says it all.
That levels you have books?
I've read some books. Not that many. I don't know. I like Star Wars a lot.
Where would you rate yourself?
Numbers.
Oh, he's an 8.
I'd say... I'm going to give myself an 8.5.
Wow.
Whoa. Andrew,
Them
you gonna take
fighting
that?
words.
Maybe we'll say 7.5.
Okay. Let's see.
Squad unavailable, exploding in his
I don't know what happened.
Wow. Yeah, it's just white.
It
space.
wasn't like the simulations.
Watch out for those wrist rockets.
I didn't watch those wrist rockets.
It was not a happy landing.
Hold up. Before we continue, Andrew, what's the name of your character in this?
Yeah, so our loadout is called wrist rockets.
Your loadout is wrist rockets. Fantastic. All right,
Matt.
Matt.
I've seen all the movies and loved all of them. When I was a kid, we'd play Star Wars at recess. So
Good times.
Yeah.
big fan then. Made this costume for like 10 years ago as a kid, so there's that. Have about 10 books or something that I've read a few of them. But none of them are canon anymore, since they've all been
Headcanon
refuted.
is the only canon that matters.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so they don't exist anymore.
They never
apparently.
did.
But whatever, they were cool.
They still exist.
I've played a few games, but not as many as I'd like.
Bruh, I can
So-
hook you up.
That's unfortunate.
Also, like to mention, like to welcome Brody Bennett 30 and TJ Moyes to the chat.
Hello?
TJ Moyes all the way from a physics lecture.
I'm. It's okay. There's physics in Star Wars.
Obviously,
so
check this out. Check this out.
Are there though?
Light.
Boom.
It's light.
Physics.
Light is
Space.
physics.
And
So yeah, and among other things. So I'd say I'm not as high as these guys. I don't think.
I'm high
So maybe-
on Star Wars.
Maybe a. I consider myself a pretty good fan, but maybe a 6 or something, because
Okay.
I know Star Wars fandom can go crazy, so I'm not nearly.
Well, see, that's why I didn't rate myself a 10, because I don't
Yeah,
go
no,
to all the
exactly.
conventions and
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't have like shelves full of like minifigures.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, I have Lego as well.
So we'll skip Michael
well
for
above
the
average.
time being.
On posters
We'll come back to you. You'll be last.
Okay.
We'll finish up with you, David.
for no reason.
I mean, I think it's safe to say we've all seen the movies, so like that's pretty redundant. But I did watch The Empire
You'd think
Strikes. I watched The Empire Strikes Back probably about over almost 1,000 times when I was a kid. Like the VHS broke, and I couldn't tell if I was dreaming or reliving my life in Star Wars. So this is why they thought I had developmental issues.
thanks, Star Wars.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is that George Lucas gave you developmental issues.
Or made me the person I am today.
Because if you can claim that, then we can use that to make money.
It's an E-wing.
No, it was just I didn't like to read because I was watching Star Wars too much.
It's not canon. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna drop in and say that I'm probably the lowest rank. So where would you rate yourself then?
I don't know. I'd say a 6 or a 7. Because I go on Wikipedia just to learn just nonsense trivia.
Nick,
And I mean
Yeah.
that's back for a sec.
Sorry.
Your laptop. Chat. Keep going.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
so distracting.
David.
Weird. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Nick, you.
Yeah, I learned that there's another Yoda species person
Yaddle.
named Yada.
Yeah.
Yaddle?
Yaddle.
Well, there you go. I'm wrong. So that's why I'm
That's why he's a six.
I'm
So,
not allowed to be 7, just like I'm not allowed to touch the tripods.
You know what?
I have seen all the movies.
Can I?
Have you, Jesus Christ,
Interject.
Andrew?
If I may interject for one moment, I think the level of fandom is not related to
How much
you've consumed or
No,
how
of
many
course
conventions you've gone to. That's unrelated. I mean, it's related, sure, but it's not.
Oh, of course.
It doesn't.
Well,
define-
Okay, well,
that into account.
if we rate ourselves on that level, then I'm absolutely a 10. Like,
yeah, probably me too. Maybe a 9.
All right. Well, needless to
Do
say,
you create Star Wars fan fiction, both kosher and erotic?
Then you're not a 10.
Well,
I just said it's not based on what you do. It's how you feel.
Yeah, I'm a bit offended by this scale thing. I'm
Yeah.
boycotting it right now.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what?
not how the Force works.
It's all based on your metachlorian.
okay. Well, let's put it this way. I have seen all the movies once, except for Revenge of the Sith, which I've seen 3 times.
Weird.
Yeah.
movie.
In my
You're a
head,
strange
as you were
man.
saying that,
But you have my pity.
as you were saying that in my
A
head,
surprise to be sure.
it was just in my head. It was just Anakin saying, "I killed them. I killed them."
So-
the children.
So, I've seen that. I watched the Clone Wars all the way through. Obviously, I've seen the new ones. I saw Episode 7 and Rogue One and whatever. But I've seen all the way through Clone Wars. That's my favorite piece of Star Wars. Is the Clone Wars series. It's just
More like
so fucking good.
The Clean Wars.
Haven't watched Rebels. Their faces are too long. It bothers me.
Yeah, the animation style's very different.
Yeah, and I haven't read any of the books or anything like that.
So you're telling me you haven't seen the wapty Sith lightsaber helicopter?
I've seen that clip.
I've seen the clip, and I've also seen the clip of
ridiculous.
Ahsoka and Darth
Oh
Vader.
no, we're trapped.
Wow,
Better
spoilers,
wap
Nick. No
out of our
spoilers.
career.
I don't care. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, that's about where I'm at with. I haven't played any of the games. My first one's going to be Republic Commandos.
It's a good start.
I played. No, that's not true. I played the beta for Battlefront when it was free.
Oh, that game
I did
sucks.
that too.
I heard the game.
The gameplay is fun for 10 minutes until you realize that's it.
Yeah, like once the luster of oh my god, I'm actually on Endor,
It-
or I'm actually on whatever
That
wears
Endor map
off.
was sweet.
It
Yeah,
looks
once that wears
really
off, you're
nice.
Okay, never mind. This game is really boring functionally.
So if they...
Michael's like, I played it every day for 7 hours.
I mean, if they live up
I
to
didn't play
what they're
that much.
saying for the second one, then maybe it will be good. But if they
Well,
don't add everything that made the originals good, then...
well, to
Yeah.
be honest, David,
What-
if you think about it, like this new Battlefront that just came out was, it was pretty hyped up, and everyone was like,
Well, it was hyped
So
up,
the
but
second-
at the same, they never promised all the things that they're promising in this one. And we were actually talking. Michael and I were talking about this earlier with another friend of ours, and one of the things I was talking about was I'm now convinced that that they did the first one poorly on purpose, simply
that's
to
a pretty
sell.
good marketing
Yeah,
ploy.
so they could sell off the hype of just we're making another Battlefront game. Doesn't matter what they do, people would buy it.
Yeah,
As long as it
they're
looked
gonna
good.
have. So they had. So
And-
for the
and-
first
and-
one, they had the hype, and then the second one.
Yeah, and so now that everyone's jaded and stuff, they're like, okay, now we're gonna release the real one.
So you get the.
So
the
they
sales
made
numbers
twice
are
the money on it, basically.
basically, it's just a big beta test.
Yeah, but
No,
it's
not
so-
even a beta test.
So,
it's just for
I'd
making
like
money.
to clarify something.
Well, that's
TJ
a heck
Moyes
of-
asked me, he said, Nick, have you actually seen Return of the Sith 3 times?
Return
Or
of the
did you-
Sith.
Revenge of the
Revenge
Sith.
of the Sith, whatever. Or did you have to put it
Basically,
in
yeah.
3 separate times to watch it all the way through? I have watched the whole movie through thrice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Did you have rice?
I did.
Oh, good.
And it was nice.
That's weird.
Ooh.
I believe we were on to Michael.
And Michael, let's conclude the Star Wars fandom with the
He's boycotting the scale, though.
self-proclaimed. I'd rate myself at like a firm 3.
Okay. Well, in 2 podcasts ago, I claimed I was a prequel apologist. So that's what you can label me.
Oh,
as if you
same.
want.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll label
the-
you as a prequel apologist.
The funny thing with Michael is when we first started school together, I was always very jealous because he got all the rep for being like the Star Wars nerd, and that was always my job.
Yeah.
To this day, I remain
mean,
jealous.
That's why I know Michael. It's because it's like the first day I'm like, oh look, this guy likes Star Wars.
But everyone's like Star Wars nerd. It's Michael, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Virginia did refer to you as Star Wars kid.
Yeah, she did.
You were a Star Wars
That's
kid.
because
You were
the
angry
moment
guy.
I found out she
Worked on Star Wars.
the moment I found out she was working at Lucasfilm, I was
Oh, yeah?
I was like, did you meet any of the people that were working on Clone Wars? Yeah, so I
Was it Clone Wars?
No, she was working on that
Strange
one.
Magic. She was working
Strange
on,
magic.
Yeah, that one completely dumb
Non-Star Wars
yeah.
related.
non-Star Wars. Yeah,
Flux just turned on David's computer. Will that affect the stream at all?
there was a little bit of lag for a
I'm
second,
just
but
wondering
it should be
if
fine
the
now.
stream changed color.
No, it shouldn't.
I don't think it should, no.
And if it does,
Because
it probably
the
glass
game
on
the
too.
game doesn't change colors.
Yeah,
I
it
realize
does.
No, sure.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Did it? Is it
Yeah.
like
It'll be
going-
okay.
It's-
It's
it's-
no problem.
No, people are gonna have a false representation of Republic Commandos. They're gonna think it's very amber.
Yeah, I first time I saw Star Wars, I was 3. I think we bought the special edition. Or I remember. Actually, I have a distinct memory of sitting in the those seats you could sit in like shopping carts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was sitting in that. We were at Walmart, and
You're a little kid at this point.
I'm like 3.
Is this like your first memory?
This is one of my
Did
earliest
they have
memories.
Walmarts then?
And I remember we spotted the special editions VHSs on the rack there. And I can just vividly picture my dad grabbing it, picking it up, and putting it in the cart, and me just marveling at this image, this half image of Darth Vader's mask.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, and
Oh!
I have that.
Is that
If
the
you
one
ever
that just
seen
recently came out on... I didn't fart, David. It was the chair.
Sure.
Was that the
Yeah,
one
I
that
did
just
deny
came
it.
out on Blu-ray?
But
I
see,
don't know what you're talking
They
about.
re-released a Blu-ray...
We're talking
We're
about
talking about the
But see,
packaging for the
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
1997 special edition re-release of Star
Yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
I
I think I know what you mean.
yeah.
Of the
Well, they
original
might have
trilogy.
reused the same packaging recently for
There was a
some
VHS, but
That's the
we've
first.
had
Oh,
this
well, then no.
conversation
That's the first
before.
Star Wars I saw too.
We've had this conversation before, but I've never seen. Like, remember we were watching.
Do you want to see the packaging?
You
Yeah.
remember you were like playing this
No, I'll
music,
look it
and
up,
I'm like,
it's fine,
what
it's
the hell
fine.
is this? And you're like, it's a Victory's theme at the end. And I'm like, no, it's
yeah,
not.
you
This is it.
had only seen
And I've never
the,
seen any of these extra changes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
You saw
So-
the night. When was the original VHS release? Was it
1977?
No.
Well, that's when the...
Yeah, that's it right there.
That? No, we don't have that. We have.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, that's not how we have it at all.
So, anyways, I saw Star Wars when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
3. I watched all 3 of them with my sister. I was terrified of those lightsaber battles. Horrifying, but I was transfixed at everything else.
Why were
I
you
was,
terrified by lightsabers?
I don't know. And I was
The
watching.
sounds were kind
Darth
of
Vader was scary.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
see, I was talking about this.
No.
This one here.
That's nonsense.
Hey, can you pass that?
No.
I wanna
fuck off.
look up what I have.
Bullshit, it's nonsense.
Oh, you probably have this.
But yeah, it's just funny. Like probably a year ago
Yeah.
or something, we're talking, and Michael.
Because I really like those covers.
Michael was like, "Yeah, look at all these clips." I'm like, "What the heck's all this? What is this?"
Yeah,
oh
this
yeah,
one-
he's gone over a bunch of yeah.
No, that's
Matt,
probably
Matt,
what you
Matt
had.
is
Matt-
not.
Matt's
Matt is
wearing
not in
a
the bathroom.
carpet.
Oh, that's what I had.
Yeah,
This-
Matt, do you want to stand up and show Ari what you're wearing? It's not a bathrobe.
Yeah,
It's not a bathroom either.
Jedi robe. Okay, yeah, this is what we have.
Yeah.
Yep, I broke those.
I found this at a Value Village for $4.
We've always had these, and this is
Right.
the only version of Star Wars 456 that I've seen.
You haven't
I-
watched the Blu-rays yet?
No, this is all I've seen.
Well, it's unedited.
Oh man,
so
you have to watch.
Hayden
I don't
Christensen
want
is
to.
in it.
You
You need to watch Star Wars on Blu-ray purely because you see so much more detail.
But
Well,
I've
here,
only
but
seen
it's
the
so
latest
beautiful.
version.
I say wait for that version that they're eventually going to release.
Where's
That's
the
like-
originals?
The originals
but
in,
in HD.
in like
I
HD.
want this in DVD.
They're gonna release that?
Probably.
Did
I
they have
doubt
to
it.
kill-
They would be
Is
dumb
George
not
Lucas
to.
dead? Did they kill him?
I want.
In order to get that to happen?
This is what we
They
have. This is what
have
I've
it.
seen.
It's those the
I want
versions
this
exist.
in DVD. Is what I want.
Yeah. So, anyways, I watched the original trilogy countless times, and then I remember Episode 1 came out, and I didn't even understand. I was like, "There's more Star Wars," and so I watched. I didn't even. I was. We didn't go to the theater when I was little, so I watched it on VHS. And Episode 2 I also watched on VHS. The first movie I saw, the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters was Episode 3, actually. And
Yeah, that's the one that I saw in theater.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Same, actually.
Well, that would be right
I
around the
did
time
too.
that we were old enough to go see those movies
Yeah.
in theaters.
yeah,
Yeah.
That was what, 2005?
let's do that in 5.
I saw.
It's grade 5.
I'm pretty sure I saw
For most
Episode
of us.
2 at the very least in theaters.
I never did. No.
Yeah,
Episode
I remember. So because I had no access to the internet, after Episode 1 came out, I was like, well, that must be it. There's no more. And then suddenly Episode 2 came out, and it blew my mind, and I watched that, and then I became a huge fan after that. That's kind of when I started becoming an actual Star Wars fan.
So are you telling me that Episode 1's what made you a Star Wars fan?
Episode 2 did.
Ah!
Yeah. I would. Well, no, I was.
What was
I was
the-
always
there
a
was
Star
name-
Wars
there was
fan.
a name
I
for that one.
don't remember a time where I wasn't a Star Wars fan, but when
There
I
was,
became like a serious Star Wars fan.
Oh, Friend Zone the movie. That's what Episode 2 was.
Yeah.
No.
There was the Jar Jar Binks documentary, Friend Zone the movie.
What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah, okay, yeah.
Like Episode 1, Episode 2.
What's episode 3 then?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one.
Um,
What do you guys think?
I have the high ground. The movie.
Yeah. The High Ground Way.
Don't try it. The
The
movie.
story of...
That's not the. Oh, that's the high ground way.
He's clearly affirmed in the high ground.
That's not the high ground. I mean Jedi way.
So then after that, I got kind of started
Wait,
getting
let's-
into Star Wars fandom. I started in 200006. I started listening
Is
to
it glitched?
Yeah.
a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah, because you go to
Actually, no, it was 2000. It was early 2007. I started listening to a Star Wars podcast called The Force Cast, which is now Rebel Force Radio, and I've listened to every single episode every week, 2 hours a week, for 10 years, over 10 years.
My God.
Might have to research
You are
from
a
a checkpoint.
dedicated fan, sir.
Yeah.
Well done.
And I've watched every episode of the Clone Wars at least 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times for some of them.
Just start from a checkpoint.
I've
Yeah,
watched
I might have to.
Rebels every episode 2 or 3 times. Every episode that's come out. I've only watched
with that.
I've only watched the holiday special once.
I've never watched it.
I've made 3 attempts, and one of them got through.
I can't bring myself to do
I
it.
want to watch Ewoks and Droids, but I haven't found it. I don't know where to find it. I need to look online.
I saw when I was a little kid. I saw one episode of Droids, and I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
I want to watch it.
that's.
I remember seeing it at like
here's-
Blockbuster, but we never got it because I was like, this looks dumb.
Yeah.
Or maybe I did watch it.
I've played a lot of the games, not a ton of them, but like I haven't played KOTOR yet, which is one of my greatest.
come on,
sins.
You have. Oh
It's
wow.
it's a little dated, and I've tried to play it.
It's tough to play. It's not an easy game.
I hear it mechanically.
It's
It's very Mass Effect.
It
1.
feels old.
Yeah, it's worse than that. But the navigation is kind of tricky for me. Like I had a hard time figuring out where I was supposed to go.
Oh yeah.
But like I've played tons of Battlefront games and Republic Commando and all the Lego games.
Here's a
and all that
question
stuff.
for you. Have you seen...
Caravan of Courage.
This.
I haven't. I really want to. Where can I find this?
I don't know, but I've
The
seen
heck
it.
is this?
I saw this years ago.
What
It's
is it?
Star Wars Ewok Adventures.
Yeah.
Caravan of Courage.
Yeah,
and
and the
the Battle
Battle
of
for
Endor.
Endor. Yeah.
It's Ewoks and like some little kids.
I know
and-
all about these things. I just don't know where to
I
find them.
remember-
We can put up a picture on stream here, but
I remember
oh man, I've seen this once.
seeing them at Blockbuster.
Yeah, when Blockbuster, existed. I saw
And-
this once and
And
never
like,
again.
and I've read a lot of comics. I've read a few books, but like honestly, I've kept most of my fandom to just knowing the movies
Just
inside
little
and out.
kids
So
I guess
I don't-
Yeah, it's similar for me.
I'm not hardcore when it comes to books and comic
yeah.
books. And
My
video games.
I guess my claim to fame for Star Wars fandom is definitely my knowledge of the now non-canon extended universe.
What do they call that? Legends.
It's called
Yeah,
Legends
it
now.
was,
right?
Legends
it was
now?
called the EU before.
Well, the EU is
So-
now the official E EU.
I guess
that was a game that was a name that made me think you.
Yeah, I didn't. I actually kind of I didn't like the EU because there's a lot of things that I don't like. I don't like the Yuzhan Vong. I don't
They were
like
interesting.
whatever they did with Palpatine the clones.
Okay, that was only one author doing his own thing.
I'm not a huge Old Republic fan. I don't really care about the Old Republic in general. That era of
there
Star
was
Wars.
the Bane trilogy was excellent.
Yeah, so it's stuff I understand people like, and I need to get into it eventually. But
Well, I mean, like all the really ultra powerful kind of Force users, I found that to be pretty cool. Like, just like a time where there was such an abundant use of the Force that there was literally civilizations basically
Built upon
formed
the Force.
from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Like that kind of stuff I found really interesting, which is basically the Old Republic.
my favorite thing about fandom right now is like speculating about the next movies and and stuff like that. So I keep like there's subreddits like Star Wars speculation that I follow a lot, and they're like I follow all the leaks and stuff, and I'm perfectly okay with.
And you have like
Actually-
this. You have like a folder.
Oh yeah, I have a folder on my computer where I don't certain leaks if they look legit, I won't read them, and I'll just put them in a folder for later. And then after the movie's released, I look through them to see how ridiculous they were or how spot on they were. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
So
I like to actually
Eric,
shelter myself from all that stuff, so I see it fresh for the first time.
I'm getting like that.
Yeah, I
with
don't
almost
do
everything
leaks
nowadays.
and stuff, but
I just like
The
to
only
read.
leaks that I indulge myself in, they're my guilty pleasure Overwatch leaks. They're just too funny.
Well,
But
I mean-
I won't dip off of Star Wars.
Overwatch is. You're not looking at it. If they
Doesn't
leak
matter.
things, it's a game, right?
Exactly,
It's-
yeah.
Leaks are fine.
But
Lives
the
don't
Aries
depend on
asking,
it.
what about Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Yeah, so I actually
The game.
played Star Wars Old Republic
I
for
played
a couple
it.
years.
I played it for about maybe 10 hours and then I didn't play it again.
Really? I was gonna say that one of the biggest things that friends of mine that are Star Wars fans that look down on me because the reason I only recently watched the 6 core movies, not including the latest ones, as in like within the last year. And the reason I did that was because I really liked the Oral Knots comedic abridged version of Star Wars.
Basically, okay, so the way Nick watches things is he watches the comedic abridged versions on YouTube of things like Dragon Ball Z and Star Wars, and then he goes and watches the actual thing to see what it's actually about.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Like Dragon Ball Z. I've only ever watched Dragon Ball Z abridged.
This is basically how he does it, though. What was
Yeah.
the other thing that you watched the abridged, but not? You said it
Attack
last-
on Titan.
That. Like, come on.
To be fair, I'm actually going to go through and watch Attack on Titan.
It's on
like a
Netflix,
normal
dude.
human. I know, that's why. In case it's too late. I don't know, man. I'm actually not a huge watcher of things. Generally.
I love, and also like the thing about those abridged
more of a
versions
game
is a lot of times those jokes are based on the actual things, and you only understand the jokes really if you've seen them.
Yeah,
and
so
you
it makes-
start with the joke.
Well, that's what makes discovering them so much more like hilarious. Like, I've been going through the Star Wars movies again recently, watching them with someone who's never seen them before or only seen.
That's
them
my favorite thing is watching
speckled
Star Wars.
throughout.
Watching Star Wars with someone who hasn't seen it before is my favorite thing.
In
to do.
fact, it took us so many tries to like get through Attack of the Clones. I just abridged the Emperor so we can move on to the next.
What?
Move on to
Why?
because we got to the point where they were in like the arena. They're like
Yeah.
gonna go into the arena or
Spoilers.
something. Oh fuck off!
It's not.
Gonna go into the arena or whatever, and it basically got to the point where it's like, how long is left in this movie? 40 minutes? Fuck. Okay, this is what happens. Let's just go to the
Oh,
next
come
one.
on.
Come on, man.
But what I find hilarious is watching them over again, and then just knowing, like, we watch one movie, then we watch the meme of it. Then we watch another movie, then we watch the meme of it. Like the Oral Knots, like, joke version of it.
Oh man.
So, like, the
Do you see me now?
You gotta watch
Let's see, the review is so fucking funny in those.
if you like
Why have you awoken me without skin?
if you like those, you should watch the what's those videos with the guy who was like talks like this.
Oh,
What's his name?
Mr. Plinkett.
Yeah, you gotta watch the Plinkett videos.
Those
for
are
the
good.
prequels, too.
Nick, you're gonna love those.
Hold on.
The Plinkett.
So, I got a good
Oh,
one here.
They're beautiful.
Good one from TJ Morris. He says, "Be careful, Nick. If you aren't much of a watcher of things, how are you going to watch those wrist rockets?"
Sage words.
But-
That's why Nick's
That's
not
very
playing
true.
right now.
That's
But
why
see-
I'm not playing. Yeah.
But really, Nick, the thing about Mr. Plinkett is that it's not like Ornauts where he twists it.
How long
It's-
have you been fighting in this one area?
It's
He's
difficult.
playing on hard.
To be fair, I'm playing on the hardest
Yeah.
difficulty, so.
I don't know why he's playing
So,
on hard.
so Nick, the thing about Plinkett is,
His
I think
reasons.
you'll really like it, but he doesn't do like Ornauts and recuts it, whatever. He actually reviews them, but
His
in a
reviews
dark.
his reviews are like as long as the movie.
He's
Yeah.
he's very
A dark, brutal, long-winded reviews. Of
but
the
they're
game.
good. But they're very
What I've
good.
actually found myself enjoying is watching. There's a YouTube channel called Star Wars Canon. I don't know. It's a very like generic.
Star Wars Explained?
something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they basically go and like they just like every day the guy does a video. They're pretty short, about
Yes.
5 minutes, where they talk about a thing. I think the last one I watched was explaining the difference between Legends General Grievous and the General Grievous.
Yeah, that's
that
Star Wars
Canon
Explained.
has.
It's a great channel.
And it's basically like what it was like, oh, they're making this animated show to release before they release Episode 3. You know, so it kind of bridges the gap of the Clone Wars prior to the 3D animated cartoon
Yeah.
series. And
Have
of
you
course,
watched that yet?
I haven't watched it. I really want to. Though.
That's up your alley.
Mostly because the General Grievous in it is
Is
what I
awesome.
thought he was from when I had the action figure, because I didn't
Yeah.
see the movie, or when I was a little kid I didn't quite get it.
Clone Wars Tartakovsky Clone Wars.
Well, it's
General
called
Grievous.
Old Grievous and New Grievous.
I call it the Gendy series. Gendy.
Yeah.
Gendy. Grievous.
But he's
Grievous.
like fighting 5 Jedis at a time
He's
and
awesome.
murdering them everywhere, and he's this badass that you'd think he would be, right?
Yeah. Have you watched just that like clips of him?
I've repeatedly watched the Rah Rah Rasputin music video that uses General Grievous.
Oh my
It's the
God.
clips from that show.
I've seen that, but like, only the
You
one
hurt
time.
me, Nick.
It's good though. Like I did watch that clip
Yeah.
or whatever.
We
but...
could watch all of Clone Wars tonight. That's how quick it is.
Well, I know. I heard it was really, really short. But it's, I love the animation style because it's just super
Oh, this is the
over the top.
cartoon.
It's almost anime. Like it's
it's
almost.
like it's by the guy that did Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Well, that's
No.
That's
That's
not
No,
the way to
no,
put it.
sorry.
That's the way to put
That's
it.
a really good. That's a really good way to like describe it to people. Is like
Yeah.
Samurai Jack style animation.
which I haven't watched. I haven't watched the new Samurai Jack yet.
I have.
I still need to
It's
watch
good.
the old Samurai Jack.
I was
Same.
I was watching
Is it on
Samurai Jack,
Netflix?
and then I got distracted and started watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. I get distracted way too easily
Wow,
when watching
that is
shows.
quite the departure.
Well, it's both sci-fi.
No, you went from Samurai Jack to like
A cartoon show all about fighting
and like
To-
violence and like goes over to the show that's
to a show
just
about
people
diplomacy.
who are space diplomats
yeah.
and head puzzles. David, shut up.
No, he's right.
Space
The
diplomats
greatest-
and head puddles.
The greatest thing
Head
about
puddles. Head puddles.
Head puddles.
the greatest thing about
Smoothie
the
Silver.
next generation is Patrick Stewart and the Worf memes, and that's about it.
I've never gotten into Star Trek memes.
Maybe we'll do
Some of them are pretty good.
Maybe we'll do a good old fashioned Star Trek one at some
Team
point
podcast?
if there's anything that
Man,
comes out.
I'll have like nothing to say.
You get into Star Trek, man. It's great.
The new movies are actually really good.
The new movies, yes, because they're full of action. I just get
No,
bored
they're
with the
they're not.
originals.
They're just not. They're not necessarily full. I mean, they're more action
They have
than the
more
originals.
action. They certainly
they're
have
good.
more action. Than
We have
I'm sorry,
encroached
but-
on our time.
But, oh, just by a little bit. So just to wrap everything up, favorite prequel meme, Andrew.
Have you ever heard the tragedy?
Have you ever heard the tragedy
Darth
of Darth
Plagueis
Plagueis
the
the Wise?
It
Go.
never
I like the
gets
ones where it's like when blah 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 blah, and then it's just a quote of someone
Oh,
saying,
yeah,
someone
it's-
saying the exact same.
Yeah,
thing.
one of the first ones I saw was, when your young Padawan makes a good call, and it's just that picture of Obi-Wan saying, "Good call, my young Padawan."
Yeah, exactly. Those are my favorite.
Matt?
I don't know prequel memes enough to have a favorite. I don't
Michael?
know-
Oh, actually,
I
the
don't look them up.
poems.
Michael's gonna find it on his phone.
The poems are great.
Okay, well, before Michael goes, mine's probably the high ground memes.
Oh, the high ground movies are great
Okay.
too.
Those are very good.
I think my favorite one thus far was the Jar Jar. Jar Jar in a jar.
Oh.
A jar jar in a jar with a jar jar jar.
And the jar 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 and then the jar jar.
Exactly, yeah.
Ah,
I
man.
like that one. But a close second for me is the like any of the Happy Landing, High Ground, like any of the Obi-Wan shit.
Obi-Wan, yeah.
I don't know. I love them all. I read them all. I spend an hour reading prequel memes every day. It's an addiction.
It's like, no, it's meditation. As soon as you say anything is like meditation to you, it's immediately socially alright.
I'm getting a phone call. Oh no.
Hmm.
No, I think my favorites are like anything to do with like Palpatine. Anything to do with Palpatine.
Oh, okay. No, my favorite. Do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like
Dude,
the
the
that's
original
the original.
prequel.
I mean, in all honesty,
Duh.
it's pretty hard to prepare
Well,
a fight against somebody who screeches and does
Does
a
like a
720
720
flip from
Towards yeah.
Because
Try spinning.
I've
That's a
been
good
laughing.
trick.
Because I've been laughing at
Now
Palpatine.
this is pod racing.
Now this is podcasting. Oh! We're done on that.
That's it. All right, that's it. We're
That's
done.
it. We're wrapped.
out.
I was gonna say, so Matt, Halen's cosplay is going good.
Yeah.
It's over.
Great. Did you hit the?
No, I haven't had it.
All right. That's it. See you guys next time.